Alright, so hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing great. Please let me know if I'm audible. Okay. So let's just wait for 5 more minutes so that all participants can join in and then we will start today's session. So today's session will go as follows that first of all we are going to recall the steps again on how we do the labs, what labs have to be covered and how do you get access to all these things, because in the last session we covered it all but due to technical glitches we couldn't provide you the recording. And in the second half of the session, we will cover the core concepts of cloud computing and Google Cloud Platform, because many of you had some queries related to these, so I would like to cover up those too. And in the end, we will open the forum for the general queries that you might be having related to completing the labs or getting sort of errors or something else. So meanwhile, you can utilize this time and network with each other. You can drop your names, your departments or your subjects, and your college campus's name. And you can also let us know what are your expectations from this particular session, because this is first learning session for Google Cloud for this year, for this session of GTSC SRCSW. So we are truly excited to have you all. Yes, people. So you can actually, network with each other in the chat section. You can drop your names. You can also drop your departments and your college names, and you can let us know what has been your progress so far in the Google Cloud Study Jams, and your experiences or your expectations, or you can let us know why have you joined the session or anything else. All right, we have Abhishek here. He is a BTech fresher from Bennett University. All right. We also have Gargi. Welcome to the session. What about others? We will start in 5 minutes. We're waiting for a few more participants to join in so that we do not face the similar queries later on, because there are 150 participants and it becomes really difficult to coordinate with each one of you later. So one more request, if you know someone who has enrolled in Google Cloud Study Champs and who would be interested in learning about Google Cloud Platform, so you can let them know that we are having a session so that they can enroll, okay, and they can join in and they can learn something from this event. Okay, we have Jay, we have Draksh here. Welcome to the session. I hope you have a great time. Okay, all right. One question. How many of you have completed the complete program of Google Cloud Study Jam so far? Just drop a yes. And okay, we have two acknowledgements. What about others? And what has been your progress? Like, how many labs have you completed? How many badges have you earned? Others are requested to drop their answers in the chat section. Even if you have completed the Gen AI labs or something else, you can let us know. Come on, people, let's just try to make it an interactive session, because we all have been through the phase of online classes and we know how boring it is. So let's try to be interactive, because it's a community event. ये कोई lecture नहीं है, and जो lecture समझ के आए हो तो you can visit the recording later after end of this event. So आप वो meeting देख सकते हो. But if you want to interact as a community event, you are most welcome. Please do not make me think that it is an online class. Try to be interactive. The chat section is all yours. You can drop your queries, you can drop something about yourself, your expectations of the program, and your program milestones, and anything else too. Okay, it's your first time. The recording will be posted on the YouTube channel of GTACS RCSW. We will let you know in the group itself when we will post the recording on the YouTube channel. Okay, Abhishek did 4 labs in Gen AI. Very good, Abhishek. Devika has her first day today. Welcome to the session, Devika. All right. What about others? I should like I am expecting that many other people would be have started their labs either from the cloud computing foundations or from the Gen AI labs. Let us know if you have started these labs already, because see, half of the deadline has like been crossed. Like you only have 2 weeks left hardly for this session, for this cloud study champs, and like आपकी deadline is 30th October end of the day. But last week में there are many glitches on the platform, so हो सकता है कि जो labs आपकी 2 hours में हो जाए आपको उसमें 3 or 4 hours का extra effort देना पड़े. So it will be great if you complete your labs before 21st of this month, so that you don't have to face the issues like other participants who do it late, and you can secure your incentives earlier than others. Okay, so we have Rachit. Rachit has completed both Gen AI and Learning Pathway. Congratulations, Rachit. You are among the top performers. We have Naman. Okay, great, Naman. 5 labs and 4 related to AI. Okay, Abhishek is clear about Gen AI, but learning pathways, okay, it's confusing. No worries, Abhishek. We will cover up everything in this session today. Okay, Parishi has ongoing Gen AI to start yet. All right, great, Parishi. I really hope to see you as a top performer in the coming week, because we only have 2 weeks, and I've already told you कि अगर आप 28, 29, 30 को करते हो, तो you will face a lot of glitches in the platform. So it is recommended कि आप जल्दी से जल्दी अपनी labs finish करो, अपने incentive secure करो, and just get shit. All right, congratulations, Tanya, on completing the Gen AI. Okay, so we have approximately 39 participants here, so I guess we should start with today's session, shall we? Yes or no? Any acknowledgements? Should we start? All right. Thank you so much for being active. And one more request: you can turn on your videos if you would like to, but keep yourself on mute. But try to be interactive, because it's a community event. It's not an online class. Again. Okay. So code of conduct, like treat each other with respect, and please do not post anything spammy or something harsh that would offend anyone. And I hope that you would abide by all the rules and guidelines that go in the benefit of the community. So this was actually the slide for session one, but okay, never mind. We have to cover a few topics again and again. So this is a little bit info about the facilitator. I'm Kushi Pawar, and I'm also the GTSC lead of Rajguru College chapter, and I'm also the cloud facilitator for this time. It's my third time facilitating, and I've also completed many cloud campings so far, like whether it is GCRF, GCCP, and more, or even like arcade programs. And apart from it, I'm a community person who loves to teach, who loves to code, who loves to create bugs, and who loves to organize community events. So this was it. Again, the glimpse of the previous cloud campaign, and I really hope that we will see more phrases here this time. Like I've told you, the milestone is pretty much high, but it is realistic. It's not unrealistic. We really want out of 170, 180 participants from the campus, come se come 60 people should complete the program, and they should get the incentives. Okay, both in terms of getting access to the Cloud Skill Boost platform, getting knowledge about this cloud computing and GCP, as well as they should get their goodies as well. So it will be great अगर आप ये तीनों चीजें claim कर लेते हो by becoming the top 60 of this. Okay, so that's why I'm requesting you all कि आप सब लोग प्रोग्राम करो, because साल में एक ही बार क्लाउड कैंपिंग आता है, अगले साल शायद ना हो, या अगले साल आपको incentives ना मिले. तो इसीलिए it's a request, it's a genuine request for all the Rajguratis and all the fresher kids who are doing this program for the first time. You should not miss this opportunity. All right, thank you so much, Meg, for the acknowledgement. Okay, so this was how you got started. आप सबको एक email आ चुका था on 3rd October that you have been enrolled, and जो आपने email ID भरी थी in the form that we provided you. So हमने वही details आपके आगे forward की थी. जिन्होंने correct details दी थी, they got the email. Those who didn't get it, there might be some issues from your end, because we just forwarded the data that you filled in the form. All right. So congratulations who made it happen, because entering the correct data is, it's very much important, especially when you're a coder, because आपने गलत code लिखा है, गलत information भरी, the things can, turn upside down. So, like I told you that yesterday was the deadline for redeeming the code for, a Cloud Skill Boost platform. Cloud Skill Boost platform क्या होता है? ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ से आपको एक्सेस मिल जाती है फॉर गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म विद द हेल्प ऑफ लैब्स. लाइक क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट पे आपके पास ट्यूटोरियल्स होते हैं, आपके पास गाइडलाइंस होती है प्रॉपर तरीके से कि आपको गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म पे कैसे काम करोगे, whether it's related to creating a virtual machine or deploying our application or working with Kubernetes or forming a VPC. इस तरह की चीजें जो आपको एक ट्यूटोरियल के साथ में along with the platform access मिलता है क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट से. एंड जिन जिन लोगों ने ये कोड रिडीम कर लिया, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन, यू हैव 1 month एक्सेस. सो यू कैन ऑल्सो डू वन थिंग, लाइक अगर आपने प्रोग्राम का सिलेबस पूरा कर लिया and you feel like you can do more with cloud computing and you can utilize the potential. So आप लोग बाकी tracks भी follow कर सकते हो, and if you would like to know more about the syllabus or like what labs would be beneficial for you, you can ping me, because like I have one certification from Google Cloud itself, so I can guide you with the things and what can you do further to prepare for your certifications and other things. Now, so do people want a quick demo on how to do these things? I just want a yes or no. Like, for this demo, I will actually show you कि जो इस syllabus है आपका Cloud Computing Foundations pathway से कैसे करना है, including कि how to start the lab, how to get along with the things that we actually have. All right, thank you so much, people, for saying yes, because I really feel like कि ये चीज़ cover होनी चाहिए थी, because we got a lot of queries for the same कि lab कैसे करनी है. It's okay that, because many of you are the beginners. Okay, so now listen carefully. The first part of today's session begins. It is actually about the how are you going to access this particular syllabus, like, and how you have to do it correctly. Because एक और aspect है, अगर आप steps अच्छे से follow नहीं करोगे, your account might get blocked. आपका ईमेल ही ब्लॉक हो जाएगा, आपने क्रेडिट्स लिए हो नहीं लिए हो डजंट मैटर, आपका अकाउंट अगर ब्लॉक हो गया तो इवन आई कांट हेल्प यू विद द प्रोग्राम, भले ही आपने एक प्रोग्राम पूरा कर लिया हो नहीं किया हो. सो यू हैव टू अवॉइड गेटिंग ब्लॉक्ड on this platform. Okay, Hriday Pingware, you can ping me over LinkedIn, or we also have the committed group for the Google Cloud Study Jam, so you can also ping me over there if you need any guidance. All right, so let me share my screen again, then start with this one. Okay, so I hope the screen is visible. All right, great. Thank you so much. So, let's just start. So, starting से start करते हैं. Again, for the beginners जिन्होंने first session attend नहीं किया था, तो आपको 3rd अक्टूबर को ये email आई होगी. ठीक है, congratulations, you're not enrolled in the study jams. Then what you have to do is you have to redeem these two things. Okay, you have to redeem these two things. So, इस code को redeem करने का deadline थी 14th October to redeem this code. After redeeming this code, you actually get 9 credits on your profile. And अगर उसके बाद आप hands on lab करते हो तो you get a monthly subscription. Now main question is कि what is the difference between 9 credits and monthly subscription? So 9 credits are given to you ताकि आप वो hands on lab करो and आपको monthly subscription मिल पाए. ठीक है. And once you get the monthly subscription, the main thing is that once you get the monthly subscription, you can get free access to all the modules. ठीक है, syllabus तो syllabus है, लेकिन if you're someone who is very passionate about cloud computing, so you can also explore many other pathways. It could be cloud engineering pathway, or cloud AI, or like cloud and AI pathway, and so much more. सो सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं हाउ टू डू क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग फाउंडेशंस. ओके, like how we used to read it, we used to copy this code. Okay, go on the beginning and just enter and to click on enter your code, and you used to paste it here. You used to do the recapture check, and okay, and then you can simply click on sign in. यहाँ पर एक और चीज़ है, do not go for email and password. Always sign in with Google. And अगर आपका @gmail.com, like you should have the domain by Google itself to you know get started with it. Like Outlook and any other domain, or they don't work nicely here. You should definitely have a Google account for this case. So it might take some time. So like I already have the monthly subscription right here. So let's just actually start with. Wait. Yeah. So how to start with the pathway? Again, come back to the screen, come back to this Cloud Computing Foundations, click on the new tab, and here you will see the actual syllabus. Okay. So यहाँ पर when you will actually start, like if you're someone जिसने start नहीं किया, तो यहाँ पर you will get a button like somewhere here or like on the top right. So यहाँ पर you have to click on enroll in this pathway, and then you will start. Now see the syllabus of this particular pathway. You have this cloud computing foundations. These are the fundamentals. It consists of 2 to 3 labs, but it is more of theory. Okay, then you have infrastructure in Google Cloud Valley Labs. Then you have networking and security in Google Cloud. And then you later have, data, ML, and AI in Google Cloud. And later, these are the skill badges that you have in the end. Okay, so now what is the difference in between these two? अगर आपने leaderboard website देखी होगी, so you will find it out that there are different sections, different columns. One is for Gen AI, one is for badges, and one is for one is for course modules and one is for badges. So ये जो चार हैं आपके starting में, these are your courses that you have to complete. कोर्सेज में आपको थ्योरेटिकल वीडियोस मिलते हैं, आपको थोड़ी बहुत लैब्स करनी होती है विद इंस्ट्रक्शंस. But in the case of skill badges, it is completely on the practical. Like you get the instructions how to do it, and you have to do that particular steps in the lab. So it is basically more on the practical implementation, and this is about the theory and about all the learnings along with little implementation. Now let's see. So you will find a button to enroll into this learning pathway. After this, you will come to the first one. Okay, just start from here. So learn more. Yeah, so this is how we actually start this one. So like simple सा यहाँ पर है. देखो यहाँ पर you will on the left pane you get everything that has to be taught or has to be done here, and then here you have this discussion bar, and then here you have the transcript and like the timestamps as well. So आपको basically करना कुछ नहीं है. आपको starting में like if you click on this introduction video and you get started with it, so you have to complete this video until you get a tick here. Like let me just speed it up a little bit. But this syllabus is very easy. It's very simple. So even if watch the videos, it would hardly take 1.5 hours to get it done for the one course. And you really have 8 courses, and Gen AI can be done in one day. So it will hardly take a week to get it done. Okay, and these instructions are very easy. Like everything about the cloud computing and Google Cloud platform is being taught here. So I would recommend you कि videos को अच्छे से देखो, अच्छे से सीखो, ठीक है? And like for example, if I let me speed it up. So yeah, let's just wait a little bit more. Now see, you will see the next activity. Now I will go to the next activity and dismiss. So you can see, like I actually completed the first video, right? I played the first video, so I get a tick right here. So it means कि जब आपने वीडियो पूरा प्ले कर लिया होगा, like it should be पता चलना चाहिए सिस्टम को कि हाँ you have played it. Like rest is your choice, how clever you can be. But when you get this tick mark, you can just know that okay, I've played this video and this has happened. Now यहाँ पर एक इश्यू हो सकता है कि आपने पहले दिन like आपने इसी मॉड्यूल के अंदर आधी वीडियोस को कल प्ले किया, आधी आज की, और आपको प्रोग्रेस नहीं दिख रही. So इसलिए I would suggest you कि आप एक ही दिन में सब करने की कोशिश करो until you get the badge, because many students are being enrolled into this program, so glitches might occur at the moment. So easily, like it's not too long, so it will be great if you complete all the videos and all these little labs for this particular course in one day itself. ताकि आपकी progress lose ना हो. Something is better than nothing. So give some extra efforts and get the badge in this one day itself. Because like it happened, like yesterday I had played the two videos from this account itself, but they aren't being displayed here in the progress. So it will be great if we play the videos on the same day and get the badges done. Alright, so यहाँ पर you can see the videos and this and this. Again, once you get the tick right here, you can move forward. ठीक है, ये तो चीज़ हो गई आपकी about the tutorials that you have to follow. Now यहाँ पर you will see some badges. Like quiz is also very simple, right? Quiz is also very simple and nice. Though you will get the solutions yourself, but इससे ज़्यादा easy quiz आपको किसी भी syllabus में नहीं मिलेगा for the Google Cloud platform. Okay, so it will be great. खुद से सीखो, खुद से सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करो and take your learnings. Alright, because इस प्रोग्राम का मेन मोटो लर्निंग के लिए ही है. And then I will tell you a few opportunities that you can get in the Google Cloud domain. Right, so in the end I will tell you more about this. Okay, so now let's come into the labs. So here we see a lab getting started with Google Cloud and G Cloud. Just a minute. All right. So here is the lab for this, particular course. Now, yeah. So here's the lab. ठीक है, अब देखो इसके UI को देख के ना थोड़ा सा ऐसा फील मत करना. Let's try to make it simple. So यहाँ पे आपकी lab है. Lab is getting started with Google Shell and G Cloud. I will tell you what exactly it is, but let's try to cover up कि how you have to complete these labs. Okay. दिस इज योर लैब कोड एंड मैं फिर से बताती हूँ कि ये लैब का मतलब जो आप विंडो में आपको ऑप्शंस दिख रहे हैं व्हाई आर दे प्रेजेंट देयर. ओके, सो दिस इज योर लैब टाइटल, दिस इज योर लैब lab duration, credits and the average scores. This is your lab, it's the lab code. Okay, it's the lab code. Now here you can see the overview. जो सेंटर में कंटेंट है, इट्स एवरीथिंग अबाउट द लैब. लाइक इवन इफ यू आर समवन जिसने कभी काम नहीं किया है, लाइक अगर आप एक दो बार कर लोगे ना लैब्स को, आप ऑटोमेटिकली टास्क पे जंप कर दोगे. बट स्टार्टिंग में इट इज सजेस्टेड दैट यू शुड एक्चुअली रीड द थिंग्स. लाइक इसमें क्या गिवन है बिफोर यू स्टार्ट द लैब, क्या क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना है, सब कुछ एवरीथिंग इज गिवन हियर एंड इन ईच लैब. ऐसा नहीं कि एक लैब में गिवन है दूसरे में गिवन नहीं है. So this information is given in all the labs. So you have to read all these instructions if you are a beginner and someone who hasn't done or hasn't worked with this platform before. Alright. Now, अब इस लैब को स्टार्ट कैसे करना है, ठीक है, इस लैब को स्टार्ट कैसे करना है. एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज वेरी मच क्रूशियल ताकि आपका अकाउंट ब्लॉक ना हो. बिकॉज लाइक इन द लास्ट आर्केड प्रोग्राम दैट आई फैसिलिटेटेड, few people got blocked from this platform because वो उन रिसोर्सेज को एक्सेस कर रहे थे जिसके पास उनके पास लाइक उसका वो नहीं था, सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं था. ओके, एंड आई विल टेल यू व्हाई दैट हैपेंड. सो वी विल क्लिक ऑन स्टार्ट लैब बटन. ठीक है, यू विल सिंपली क्लिक ऑन दिस बटन. नाउ listen carefully, look carefully. You have this button for open Google Cloud Console. अब यहाँ पे समझने की कोशिश करो कि ये चीज हमें क्यों गिवन है. यहाँ पे जितने भी इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं, जितने भी टास्क लिस्ट है, ये आपके क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट का पार्ट है. देखो, यू कैन सी द URL cloudskillboost.google.com. ओके, सो बेसिकली क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जिससे आपको एक्सेस मिलता है फॉर द गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म. और गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म इज अ क्लाउड सर्विस प्रोवाइडर. ठीक है, मतलब ये कि अगर आपको गूगल क्लाउड पे काम करना है, आपको क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग करनी है, तो इट शुड बी गूगल क्लाउड कंसोल जहाँ पे आप जाओ. एंड क्योंकि अभी आपके पास लाइक आपने पे नहीं किया उस प्लेटफॉर्म को एंड आपको फ्री में एक्सेस मिल रही है, तो इसलिए आपको क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट का अकाउंट बनाना पड़ता है. उसमें आपको एक्सेस लेनी पड़ती है, फ्री एक्सेस जहाँ पे आपको कोर्स के थ्रू मिली थी, एंड देन आप उसके थ्रू आप गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म को यूज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, सो ये तो हमारा क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट है फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर अकाउंट. For this, you will click on Write button, and then you will, open link in private window. It is actually in incog mode. So, let it open. Yeah, it opened here. You can see private window here. So this is the Quick Labs wala account. Okay, this is the Quick Labs wala account. Then you have to enter this one. This account is actually given here. Like you have to copy this username and you have to paste it in the private window. Okay, click on next, and then just go with the password one. Okay, copy the password, and then paste it right here. You can see it's the same password. यहाँ पर ध्यान देना, यहाँ पे अपने अकाउंट से लॉगिन मत करना, बिकॉज ये गूगल क्लाउड कंसोल के लिए आप लॉगिन कर रहे हो, ठीक है. क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट में इट्स योर अकाउंट दैट इज देयर, but for these individual labs you get special usernames and passwords, so do not copy paste the same thing twice. Now again see, यहाँ पे you will click on I agree to the terms and services, just continue. यहाँ पर देखो, this is your account. Okay, this is your temporary ID. अब देखो, जो @quicklabs.net है, इसी से आप गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म को एक्सेस करोगे, ठीक है. You have to keep this in mind. Now this is your console.google.com. Basically गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म का ही कंसोल मीनू आपके सामने है यहाँ पर. Alright, so yeah, should we actually recall what is actually like all about this, or should we do the lab? So lab demo, I will give it to you. But do you want the revision for what are the options in this platform? Yes or no? I just need few acknowledgements. Then I'll begin. Okay, one acknowledgement. Okay, so I'll be quick with it because you have to cover up more things now. So again, coming to my incog mode here. Okay, so यहाँ पर to be very simple, यहाँ पे on the top right you have this account overview कि कौन सा account है, कैसे login किया, so on so blah blah. Here you have the stats, like here you have the project name, project number and project ID, which is unique for each project. Okay, यहाँ पे आपका बिलिंग का है, but देखो बिलिंग का आपको कोई टेंशन नहीं लेना because you are having the free access for one month. यहाँ पर API रिक्वेस्ट की स्टैट्स है, यहाँ पे आप रिसोर्सेज के स्टैट्स देख सकते हैं, आप सब कुछ. तो देखो यहाँ पे कुछ काम है नहीं because it is a simple dashboard. Okay, now what we have to do, लॉगिन कर लिया, इनकॉग मोड पे कर लिया. अब देखो करना आगे क्या करना है, कैसे पता चलेगा. अब ना कम टू दिस लैब, ठीक है, कम टू दिस पर्टिकुलर क्लाउड स्किल बूस्ट वाला URL वाला, ठीक है. गलती से भी से एंड मत करना अभी. ओके, क्योंकि अभी आपको आगे चीजें करनी है. सो देखो, सबसे पहला स्टेप क्या था इसने, एक्टिवेट क्लाउड शेल. सारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस यहाँ पे गिवन है. Activate cloud shell, it should be gcloud auth list to authorize the cloud shell, and then gcloud config list project, ताकि आपकी प्रोजेक्ट आईडी एक बार से इनिशियलाइज हो जाए, मतलब दिख जाए कि ओके दिस इज योर क्लाउड आईडी. एंड लाइक आप इन कोर्स को परफॉर्म करके रीचेक भी कर सकते हो. इफ यू गेट द सेम आईडी जस्ट वे योर प्रोजेक्ट इट इज, सो आप ठीक है, यू आर इंश्योर कि ओके मैंने सही अकाउंट से लॉगिन किया, गलत अकाउंट से नहीं किया. It is not so complicated, but the thing is कि keep this in mind because sometimes your account might get blocked. देखो ऐसे ही नहीं होता, but वही चीज़ है, violate मत करना rules को, वरना अकाउंट ब्लॉक होते टाइम नहीं लगेगा. So here we have this cloud. Okay, so I have a quick question. For everyone right here. What is the difference between Cloud Shell and Cloud Console? Just drop it in the chat section. What's the difference between Cloud Shell and Cloud Console? Meanwhile, let me type the codes right here. जिन लोगों ने पाथवे कंप्लीट करा है जी, yes, any answers? Shell is a command line tool. Okay, shell is like bash, zshell, shell, GUI versus CLI. Very good answer. Okay, Hriday has given the correct answer. All right, very good people. So I'm expecting you should have the basic information about these. Okay, जिन्होंने terminal के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा काम किया है, so they must be knowing that okay, these are the things that actually happen. So यहाँ पे हमने इन्हें configure कर लिया है with the same. Now coming back to this again, ठीक है, ये सब चीजें करनी है, like you have to set the US central one and so and so. So it might take time, but if you read the instructions that why are we doing this, अब मुझे कोई क्या ये बताएगा कि why have I set the region here. मैंने यहाँ पर gcloud config set compute region US central one क्यों करा है. You can read
So that
right
we
here.
can allocate the resources in that region.
Very good, very good. Okay, that's a great answer. So like I don't know your name, but like appreciation towards you. Now, so yeah, we have read the goals right here. Again, let's simply copy this. So यहाँ पर हमने region and zone set कर दिए हैं. Second question, what is the difference between region and zones?
A region is
कोई
divided
type भी कर
into
देना.
zones, and there are like eight A, B, C, D zones in a specific region,
Okay.
and
Okay,
a
and
region
how
is a
many?
specific one. Yes, yes.
All right. How many regions do we have? Just name a few.
I think there are three regions: Asia, Europe, and America.
US. Right. Okay, so these are the basic three that we use, but mostly जो allocated होते हैं, they are mostly in the US region that we are given. So again यहाँ पर आपको सारे मतलब कॉपी पेस्ट करने हैं सारी चीजें. अब देखो कॉपी पेस्ट का मतलब ये नहीं कि that you have to become control plus C plus V. It's the thing कि you should read the instructions, get to know कि what is actually happening. Like this person told me that was the difference between these. So this is your learning. ठीक है. आप चीजों को practically implement करते करते सीख रहे हो. आप पे डिपेंड करता है कि आप किस हिसाब से सीखोगे, बट यू नो इन द एंड यू हैव टू गेट इट डन. सो सी दिस इज हाउ वी डू इट, एंड ये सारी चीजें आप करोगे. You will complete the VM. Now let me complete the task number 1, or should I resume this? Okay, so ये बताओ यहाँ तक सबको समझ आ गया? Has everyone understood? Or should I continue with the lab की पूरी lab करनी है? पूरी lab तो नहीं हो पाएगी मुझसे भी. I'm not having a good setup right now to complete the labs. Okay, thank you so much. So let me stop sharing the screen. All right. So अब देखो इससे एग्जिट कैसे करना है. एग्जिट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, बिकॉज अकाउंट ब्लॉक यहीं से होते हैं. ठीक है. सो सबसे पहले जस्ट क्लोज दिस. ओके, एंड कमिंग बैक टू इट, आई हैड दिस लैब. सो लैब टाइमर एंड होने से पहले से क्लोज कर दोगे तो इट विल बी वेरी ग्रेट. नाउ यू विल क्लिक ऑन एंड लैब हियर. Okay, just submit it. My score was 0, so this lab won't get a tick mark here. But if you complete, every step in this lab, so you will get a tick mark here. All right. I hope this is, it's very genuine thing that you should understand. In the similar way, देखो बाकी labs भी हैं, बाकी videos भी हैं. So this is how you actually have to do the lab thing. All right. Now, has everyone seen the solutions that I provided in the group description? मैंने solutions दिए थे काफी इन सब labs के. Has everyone seen those solutions for Gen AI as well as Cloud Computing Foundations? Yes or no, people? ओके, सो सी जिनको लग रहा है कि लैब्स काफी लेंथी है, दे आर वेरी टाइम टेकिंग, एंड आप लोग सेशन से थ्योरी कवर अप कर लोगे, बट लैब्स में आपको काफी आलस आ रहा है, सो आपको सॉल्यूशंस गिवन है फॉर द जेन एआई. ओके, एंड फॉर द ऑल द चैलेंज लैब्स एज वेल एज दीज प्रैक्टिस लैब्स फॉर यू. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू इफ यू आर इन द ग्रुप ऑफ द क्लाउड स्टडी जैम्स, गो टू द ग्रुप डिस्क्रिप्शन. डॉक्यूमेंट दिखेगा वहां पर, सिलेबस गिवन है एंड सारा आपको आंसर शीट गिवन है. यूट्यूब वीडियोस के फॉर्म पर है. इट इज 3 to 4 minutes लगेगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, so you can simply follow those. All right. Now, so okay, so this was for the Cloud Computing Foundations pathway. कि register कैसे करना है, complete कैसे करना है. Now, does anyone has any questions with the Gen AI thing? Any questions with the Gen AI? No. अगर किसी को कोई क्वेश्चंस है तो फील फ्री टू ड्रॉप, और इफ यू फील लाइक कि ये क्वेश्चन लाइक हो सकता है किसी के दिमाग में, सो प्लीज ड्रॉप दोस क्वेरीज एंड देन वी विल स्टार्ट थ्योरी ऑफ टुडेज सेशन. Okay, so Namita, there's no last day for Gen AI, but the thing is, देखो Gen AI and cloud computing में डिफरेंस ये होता है कि Gen AI आपका एक तरह का गेम प्लेटफॉर्म है, मतलब एक तरह का गेमिंग फॉर्म ही है जहाँ पे आपको लैब्स करनी होती है. तो उसका कोड तो वही है, सबके लिए सेम रहता है, Gen AI -1A समथिंग, बट इट डिपेंड्स कि सीट्स कितनी बची है वहाँ पर. ठीक है, लाइक लेट मी ओपन द थिंग एंड आई विल शो इट टू यू. जस्ट वेट. I hope the screen is visible. So yeah, like if I open this Gen AI, so यहाँ पे आपने चीज देखना, एक चीज नोटिस करना. कि यहाँ पर यू हैव 2240 स्पॉट्स रिमेनिंग। इट मीन्स कि इतने बच्चों की सीट्स खाली है जिन्होंने प्रोग्राम कर लिया है। ओके, सो यहाँ पर आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, इट मीन्स कि अगर आपने रीडिंग नहीं किया है तो आप कर सकते हो। सो एज लॉन्ग एज यू हैव सम सीट्स रिजर्व है, यू कैन रिडीम द कोड, बट वही 30 अक्टूबर से पहले कर लेना। ठीक है, 30 अक्टूबर से पहले कर लेना उसे। So this is it. Like you have to copy this, and when you will, visit this, so you will get the कि okay ऐसे reading करना है, वैसे reading करना है. You will get it that way. So yeah, one more thing कि जिन लोगों को like queries थी कि they are not able to redeem the codes for this Gen AI, they can do it right now because seats खाली है वहाँ पर। ठीक है। Yeah, Aditi, it is compulsory to finish both cloud computing and Gen AI because अगर आप ये दोनों नहीं करोगे, आपका एक भी मिस हो गया तो you won't get the incentives, neither the certificates nor the goodies. Okay, and neither आपका प्रोफाइल आगे कंसिडर होगा for the other programs. ओके सी, जेन एआई के सॉल्यूशंस मैंने दिए हैं। तो स्टार्टिंग में आप जेन एआई की लैब्स को डायरेक्टली लाइक सॉल्यूशंस कॉपी पेस्ट कर सकते हो, बट लाइक आई टोल्ड यू अभी अक्टूबर एंड होने में टाइम है, सो वी आर गोइंग टू हैव सेशंस फॉर यू जहाँ पे आप जेन एआई के बारे में अलग से सीखो, एमएल टेक्नोलॉजीज के बारे में सीखो और क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग के बारे में सीखो। ठीक है, तो इसीलिए हम लोगों ने सेशंस लर्निंग बेस्ड रखे हैं, डाउट सॉल्विंग बेस्ड रखे हैं, एंड सारा प्रैक्टिकल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन आपके लिए छोड़ा है कि आप उसे अच्छे से कर लोगे विद द हेल्प ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस गिवन इन द लैब। Okay. Do we have any other questions here, or should we start with the theory? Let me see how much presentation do we have today. Wait, meanwhile, let me choose the study content for today because I really have a lot of content, but I want to teach some easy things today for the for the beginner session. Okay, so we have this. All right. Now sharing my screen. All right, people. So since we have actually covered up all the things with the practical stuff, how to do the labs and how to redeem the codes, let us start with the theories because काफी लोगों ने मतलब पढ़ा होगा, काफी ने नहीं पढ़ा होगा, so I just making sure कि okay कि we have provided the content to you. All right. So this is actually from the previous year camping that I had. Like you can see, ये सब मतलब last year के camping का part था. So compared to this, you have really easy syllabus right now. Like last year we had the associate cloud engineer journey, and it was it was beneficial for those जिन्होंने cloud किया है, but not for those जिन्होंने cloud आज तक कभी नहीं किया. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that this program this year is it is very good, it is very prestigious, I would say. So, हमने last time किया था what is actually Google Cloud. So if you want to assume कि what actually would be the cloud, so take it as a very key. You have your systems, right? You have your systems. काफी लोगों ने यहाँ पे क्या ऐसा कुछ कभी APIs integrate करके applications बनाए हैं? Or if you know कि what are APIs or what is back end, front ends, client, server, request. Does anyone know here? I hope we have many developers out here. ओके, सो देखो सिंपल सा एक आइडिया ये है कि अगर आपने कोई फुल स्टैक एप्लीकेशन बनाई है, सपोज कोई ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट, अ सिंपल ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट, ठीक है, तो वो आपके सिस्टम पे होस्टेड है, ठीक है, इट इज ऑन ए लोकल होस्ट, लाइक इफ यू डिप्लॉय इट लोकली यूजिंग लाइक विद अ मोन स्टैक और इवन यूजिंग Django. सो वो जो वेबसाइट होती है तो फुल स्टैक वन जिसमें आपके पास बैक एंड है, थोड़ी एपीआईज की इंटीग्रेटेड है, फ्रंट एंड में आपके पास अच्छा सा यूआई है, डेटा डिस्प्ले है। सो वो जब आप उसे लोकली डिप्लॉय करते हो तो वो आपके सिस्टम तक ही रहता है अवेलेबल। If you just type like localhost 3000 or like 3000 or 3001, So that is only visible on your machine because it is deployed locally. Okay, and it means that that application is accessible. It can only be executed on your machine because it is not on the internet. It is not somewhere deployed virtually. But cloud का concept ये होता है कि you do not use the machines present in front of you. Like you do not use the machine on premises. Like on premises is the technical term that you use here. So जितने भी आपकी offline devices होती हैं that you currently use, the physical devices, you do not have to use it, but you basically use the servers and the services given by the data centers and all for the deployment or for the hosting services. Best example, कितने लोगों ने वेबसाइट डिप्लॉय की है आज तक इंटरनेट पे, कितनों की वेबसाइट्स हैं, whether using GitHub pages or Vercel or having your own custom domains. How many of you have created a website and how many of you haven't? Okay, Hriday has 6, Vipul has also answered, Rajat hasn't. Okay, great. So इसका मतलब है क्या? जब आप अपनी वेबसाइट को आगे पुश करते हो, ठीक है, you either store it on GitHub or any other platform, you know. So what actually happens there? That data becomes accessible worldwide. वो अलग बात है कि you need some URLs, you have to do something on the back end to make it publicly visible. So what is actually happening is you're using the cloud. So cloud का concept यही होता है कि there is no such cloud but it is someone else's computer. ठीक है, so cloud आप ये कह सकते हो कि आप अपना सिस्टम नहीं, आप वर्चुअली किसी और का सिस्टम यूज कर रहे हो, वर्चुअली इन द सेंस कि वो आपके सामने नहीं है, बट इट इज समवेयर आउट देयर, देयर इज सम सर्वर्स, देयर इज सम बिग सिस्टम आउट देयर जिसके पास ज्यादा कैपेबिलिटीज है एंड आप उसे इंटरनेट पे यूज कर पा रहे हो. So that is the very simplest, very in the layman language when we talk about Google Cloud. Okay, next. So this was the evolution that we had last time. So basically cloud hosting का evolution कहाँ से आया? Because देखो आप जब भी हम cloud की बात करते हैं कि this service has been hosted over cloud, this has been there, so mostly hosting services ही है cloud पे. Like अगर आपने अपना website deploy की है, ठीक है, या फिर अगर आपने कोई अपना एक SaaS deploy किया है, या फिर आपने अपने apps को deploy किया है, what is it? It is over cloud. Even like if you store your photos on what's called Google Drive or OneDrive, something like that. So that is also one of the services given by the cloud platforms. Yes or no? So basically, the whole concept is of the cloud hosting, and this is how it all began. We had covered it in the last class, but you can take a screenshot and give it a quick reading. Okay. Now, benefits of cloud computing, वही चीज़ है. It has a faster time to market. It is scalable and flexible. Like for example, first of all, like I will give you a very very relatable example. Like I was working on a website just में initially 10 to 20 pages थे, ठीक है. So 10 to 20 pages के लिए if it is deployed on the machine, so उसकी अलग requirements होते हैं. Like requirements are very less. You will need lesser resources for 10 to 20 pages website. But अगर वो website increase हो जाती है into 100 pages or 200 pages or more than that, so it requires more resources, right? And most of the businesses out there which like based on SaaS or something else, what are they doing? They are finding a solution to a very genuine problem around the people, and then they are building the product inside it, like around it, and then they have the people support you. Okay, just sign into it, use this, and you will get the solution to the problem. Yes or no? So basically, आप simple ये example ले सकते हो with respect to the any website or any e-commerce platform जहाँ पे starting में users बस 100 थे, तो particular set of resources ही allocate हुए थे, like बस इतना memory चाहिए, आपका इतना ये लगेगा, इतना ये चीज होगा. But when the people increase, like when the number of users increased on that particular e-commerce platform or social media platform, so you will require more storage, you will require like more features in order to make it scalable. So scalable and flexible का situation मतलब feature इसके अंदर आता है. Cost saving, देखो cost saving इसलिए है because जो Google Cloud platform है, it is pay as you go mode. Like if I used if I just created 2 VMs, virtual machines, and if I used Cloud Run or if I use some cloud functions, so मैं जितने services use करूँगी मुझे उसी के लिए पे करना होगा, मुझे कुछ extra पे नहीं करना पड़ेगा. And like अगर मेरे VM like 1 hour के लिए चल रहे थे या फिर 2 hours के लिए execute थे and बाकी time they were off, they were not running, so I will not have to pay for the hours that they were not running. It's very simple कि आपने जितना use किया आप उतना ही उसे like उसके लिए पे करोगे. But like this one more thing about it, like we know about Azure, we know about AWS, but GCP के लिए भी you get $300 of free credits. Okay, it's just you have to set up a payment platform in the beginning, just like आप Azure या AWS में करते हो. But for GCP you also get some $300 worth credits, and it is so much more because GCP का भी costing काफी कम है. If like you will use get your own account, and if you will build some projects on it using a VM or app engine, so आपको पता चलेगा कि GCP का भी costing काफी ज़्यादा affordable है. It is not so कि बहुत ज़्यादा expensive है, not like that. And you get $300 worth credit using Google Cloud Innovators program. So अगर in case किसी को interest है इस चीज़ में, you want worth free credits using Google Cloud Innovators program, so you can just DM me then the group itself. Okay, you want this? I will show you the URL and steps to do it. Okay, then comes better collaboration. So development is all about collaboration. It never happens कि एक बड़ा सा एक product चल रहा है, कंपनी चल रही है, वो किसी एक developer या एक manager के हाथ में चल रही है. नहीं, there are many people involved. So some people would be working on the front end, someone on the back end. Someone there's a continuous um, deployment and delivery that happens, and ये सब भी एक cloud service provider का feature होता है to facilitate that stuff. अब जिन लोगों ने डेवलपमेंट किया है, जिन लोगों ने थोड़ा सा कोलैबोरेशन किया है, दे वुड बी एबल टू रिलेट इट. बट अगर कोई बिगिनर है, सो यू कैन let me know later what exactly it is if you are interested in knowing more about it. Advanced security, obviously, like for example, if I'm using this laptop for the meeting, most of my files are stored on the laptop itself. So अगर in case किसी को मेरा password पता चला, which is quite funny, so that person can easily steal my files and install some malware or do something very disastrous. But on the cloud, what you actually have it, like you have a lot of security. And एक और चीज होती है, IAM roles होते हैं, like आपकी admin roles होते हैं काफी. तो viewer, editor and admin, तीन तरह के roles होते हैं for your Google Cloud platform itself for a particular project. So अगर आप किसी project पे भी काम कर रहे हो, you have a team, so आप उसमें भी काफी access roles divide कर सकते हो. Like मुझे इस मैं person पे ज़्यादा trust है, मैंने इसको editor बना दिया, बाकी को viewers बना दिया. ठीक है, that can also happen. Then comes data loss prevention in the similar way. If your data is secure, it is somewhere कि जहाँ पे उससे कोई tamper नहीं कर पाएगा without your permission. So that also helps in the data loss. Next, now cloud service providers. So see, this structure I will try to explain it very simply, but I would like to have a quick question. How many of you have heard these terms? Like किसी ने अगर cloud compute engine सुना है पहले, just drop की okay compute engine, cloud storage, cloud SQL. जिसने जो terms सुनी है, please drop your names. कि what have you come across before? Because this is the most common structure. Like most of you have worked with AWS as well. किन्हीं ने Azure के साथ काम किया होगा, so ये थोड़ा सा कंसिडर कर सकते हैं कि जो स्ट्रक्चर होता है for cloud service provider, it goes in the same way. All right, Rachit has came across everything. What about others? We have many people who have done Gen AI or something else. So चलो ठीक है, not about Gen AI. Gen AI में we actually had Vertex AI जो enable करना था, but बाकी चीजों के लिए you can let me know what have you. Okay, not heard about compute engine. All right, Akshita has heard about these things. Okay, cloud storage, cloud SQL, very good, Manishi. What about others? Okay, so basically when you talk about AWS, Azure, आपका एक IBM का भी हुआ करता था कभी. I don't exactly remember the name. And you have one from Google Cloud. Okay, so what are these? These are basically the cloud service providers. Like जैसे आप पहले टेलीविजन होता था, you had some cable connections, तो उसके अलग से service providers होते थे, right? In the similar way, you can feel that different companies have their own cloud service providers. Popular में तो you have you know the names, right? I don't want to reveal the names, but okay, never mind. Okay. So basically, when it comes to Google or Google Cloud, so you basically Google Cloud Platform is the cloud service provider by Google, and जो mostly Google Cloud services, sorry, cloud service providers होते हैं, उनका structure कुछ ऐसा होता है, like this is with respect to GCP. ठीक है, I'll be very clear. This is with respect to GCP. So अगर कोई बिल्कुल नया है GCP के लिए, आपको थोड़ा remember करना पड़ेगा चीजें. तो simple structure goes as this cloud कि ठीक है, आपको क्लाउड एक्सेस करना है, बट क्लाउड का स्ट्रक्चर किस हिसाब से होता होगा. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले जो आपका कंप्यूट इंजन है, लाइक आई टोल्ड यू कि देयर इज नो क्लाउड, इट इज समवन एल्सेस कंप्यूटर. जिन लोगों ने कंप्यूट इंजन के साथ काम किया होगा या फिर वर्चुअल मशीन्स, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट वर्चुअल मशीन्स? जस्ट रेज योर हैंड. वर्चुअल मशीन्स, राइट? सो बेसिकली गूगल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म पे यू गेट एन ऑप्शन टू क्रिएट अ वर्चुअल मशीन. इसका मतलब ये कि आप अपने सिस्टम की जो आपके लिए ऑन प्रेमाइसेस वाली मशीन है, आप उसको यूज नहीं कर रहे हो, बट ऑन द गूगल क्लाउड, लाइक ऑन ऑन द सर्वर्स, किसी और के कंप्यूटर पे आप एक खुद की मशीन बना रहे हो जिसके अलग कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस हैं। आप उसका ओएस डिसाइड कर सकते हो, आप उसका डिस्क डिसाइड कर सकते हो, आप उसके अलग अलग स्पेक्स डिसाइड कर सकते हो, इंक्लूडिंग द रीजन वेयर इट इज डिप्लॉयड। सो इट ऑल कम्स अंडर कंप्यूट इंजन। बिकॉज सी, बात ना, ये सारी जो क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग की बात होती है, सारा मशीन्स, सर्वर, ऑन प्रेमाइसेस, क्लाउड, इसी की मतलब इसी के अराउंड घूमती है चीजें। ठीक है, बिकॉज अगर आप कोई भी टास्क परफॉर्म कर रहे हो, इट नीड्स अ मशीन। अगर आप क्लाउड पे भी करोगे, कॉल इट वर्चुअल मशीन, बिकॉज वो आपके हाथ में आप टच नहीं कर सकते हो उसे, राइट? व्हाट इज रियल, व्हाट इज वर्चुअल? That, like, whatever we can sense, whatever we can touch or witness, right, that is real. Virtual वो चीज है जो भले ही नहीं होती है आपकी आंखों के सामने, बट वो कहीं ना कहीं होती है, but it is not in just in front of you for you to witness it. Okay, so you have this compute engine जो सारी आपके जो virtual machines की configurations को decide करता है, ठीक है? Because अगर आप cloud पे use करोगे तो आप किसी और के system पे तो छेड़खानी कर रहे हो ना, तो you will need a machine right there for the operations. Like for example, क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे काफी लोग अपने प्रोडक्ट्स डिप्लॉय करते हैं, सास, ठीक है, सास प्रोडक्ट्स को काफी लोग डिप्लॉय करते हैं, वेबसाइट्स होती हैं, इवन काफी एप्लीकेशंस भी होते हैं, ठीक है, दैट हैव बीन बिल्ट। सो उसके लिए क्या होता है, कभी कभी आपको एक वीएम कॉन्फ़िगर करना पड़ता है, बिकॉज इन द एंड इट्स ऑल अबाउट रिक्वेस्ट। क्लाइंट सर्वर को रिक्वेस्ट भेजता है, सर्वर से हैंडल करके वापस रिवर्ट बैक करता है। अगर मशीन ही नहीं होगी तो सर्वर कहाँ से लेकर आओगे? बस ये लॉजिक लेके चलो, ठीक है। देन यू हैव क्लाउड स्टोरेज। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, कोई ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट थी, ठीक है, सर्वर कॉन्फ़िगर हो गया, क्लाइंट साइड कॉन्फ़िगर हो गया, फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड एपीआई सब अच्छे से हो गया, ठीक है। एंड वहाँ पे कुछ स्टोरेज का डेटा है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल यूजर अपना डेटा प्रोफाइल का कुछ डेटा स्टोर कर रहा है या फिर कुछ भी चीजें होगी। क्लाउड स्टोरेज इज द एलिमेंट जहाँ पे आपके सारे ग्राफिक्स और एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ मीडिया कैन बी स्टोर्ड। क्लाउड स्टोरेज में भी काफी ऑप्शंस होते हैं, बट cloud storage is the main branch of it. Cloud SQL, it is for all the databases, because जब भी हम एक एप्लीकेशन की बात करते हैं, we do need databases, because सारा डेटा अपना ऐसा हवा में नहीं रख सकते चीजों को, so you really need databases for the same, and cloud SQL is one of the things. Okay, VPC, it is, it's a virtual private network kind of stuff. So basically, everything is reserved inside a network. Like आप भी अगर simple example वही एक website deployment का लेके चलो, when you deploy the website on our system, एक particular उसका एक particular like आपकी machine का IP address होता है, right? So इसी तरह से you have a private network for the cloud service providers as well. उसके बाद क्लाउड डिप्लॉयमेंट मैनेजर, डिप्लॉयमेंट फेल हो गया, डिप्लॉयमेंट पे ये इश्यूज थे, बिल्ड एरर्स थी, ये लॉग लॉग फाइल थी, ये सब कुछ क्लाउड डिप्लॉयमेंट मैनेजर देखता है। बिकॉज आपने तो कह दिया कि ठीक है, रन कर दो, डिप्लॉय कर दो, आगे क्या हुआ उसके स्टैट्स कौन प्रोवाइड करेगा? वो करता है क्लाउड डिप्लॉयमेंट मैनेजर। एंड देखो, डायलॉग फ्लो का इसलिए दे रखा है क्योंकि देखो, आपसे दो सेंस में ले सकते हो। पहला, डायलॉग फ्लो इज दिस वन ऑफ द सर्विसेज बाय द गूगल क्लाउड। लाइक काफी सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स जेन एआई को या फिर एआई रिलेटेड टूल्स को अपने प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे ला रहे हैं, बिकॉज व्हाई एआई इज टुडे स्पीड, यस और नो? I want to automate many things. I want more features for my, for my software or for the SaaS that I work for. So we need AI, right? So Dialogflow can be assumed as services like Azure, where we have, ML Studio. AWS में भी कुछ होता होगा. Anyone can drop the name. So yeah, for this for Google Cloud, we have Dialogflow and many more things for the same. All right. And Cloud CDN, Cloud CDN is, you can take it as a interface कि आप cloud platform को access कर रहे हो, you develop some cache and like how the data is being displayed, that is the CDN. All right. Now, what is Google Cloud Platform? Again, Google calls the cloud service provider as GCP. And there's a very amazing fact that App Engine was one of the first products built by Google Cloud. Okay, and it was back in 2008. Okay. We must be thinking that compute engine would be the first one, because obviously सबसे ज़्यादा हम क्या use करते हैं? Probably the virtual machines are one of the features which are used so much more. किसी भी कभी भी आप कोई project बना गया, कुछ भी करो, you need a virtual machine right there. But yeah, App Engine was one of the first product offered by GCP. Now, common cloud computing services. These are very much important. देखो, आप इसे दो परसेप्शन से देख सकते हो। एक तो with respect to Google Cloud Platform, okay, and second with respect to cloud computing, because चीजें ना सेम ही रहती हैं, बस नाम एंड लोगो बदल जाते हैं। Okay, so there are like there are many cloud providers. Naam given nahi hai, but you will know that there's one cloud provider that claims that they have more than 120 services right there. But Google Cloud Platform has some 60 plus services because उन्होंने काफी चीजें मर्ज करी है ताकि ऐसा ना हो कि यूजर यहाँ भाग रहा है यहाँ भाग रहा है नहीं. अगर कोई सेम कैटेगरी की हो, सपोज कोई एआई रिलेटेड सर्विसेज हो, दे आर अंडर द सेम कैटेगरी. अगर आपके पास डेटाबेस रिलेटेड हो, ठीक है, वेदर एसक्यूएल और नो एसक्यूएल, इट इज इन द सेम कैटेगरी. If it's with network, it is in the same category. Okay, so that's why they have kept it limited, but they have a lot of services right there. So सबसे पहले होती है compute. Like for example, you have a virtual machine right there. You have a virtual computer because आप कहीं भी website deploy करते हो, अगर अपने apps को deploy करोगे, so you really need a machine, right? एक बात बताओ, Android Studio पे काम करते हो, अपने laptop को ही तो use करते हो ना. ऐसी imaginations में तो नहीं होता होगा, right? Same with the websites. Like if you use VS Code, yes or no? How many of you use VS Code? I'm having a doubt if anyone uses. Okay, great. VS Code के लिए what do you have? You have your system, you have your machines. जिसमें आपका एक particular OS है, जिसका particular version है, जिसके particular कुछ requirements and specs हैं, yes or no? Similar way, cloud पे भी जब आप काम करोगे, you will need a virtual computer right there to handle all the operations. Okay. Then you have storage because obviously अगर data store नहीं करोगे तो क्या होगा? क्लाउड का आप कह सकते हो कि क्लाउड की होस्टिंग से पहले दे वुड बी हैव बीन अ नीड की स्टोरेज कैपेबिलिटीज इंक्रीज करनी है बिकॉज अगर इफ यू गो फॉर एचडीडीज और सम अदर हार्डवेयर डिवाइसेस पेरिफेरल्स फॉर द extra storage, what basically happens? Okay, Vipul uses Neovia or Ash. Nice, very good. I'm not much into these distros, but Rashid knows it well, so he is going to know it better than me. Okay. So, yeah, storage is one of the more popular aspects. Simplest example अगर लेना है तो you can take example of Google Drive. Though it is not by देखो Google Drive comes under Google Workspace. Okay, Google Workspace is just a set of softwares that come under Google, जो Google ने provide किए हैं. Does not come under Google Cloud Platform, but yeah, you can consider कि ठीक है. जैसे Google Drive आपको storage ऑफर करती है, वैसे ही आप Google Cloud Platform पे storage efficiencies यूज कर सकते हो, and they are very flexible. Networking, obviously you have to create some virtual networks. Like for example, you're in India, but आपके resources US East East region, sorry, US East B या फिर US East A में store हो रहे हैं, वहाँ से आपको चीज़ें avail हो रही हैं. That actually works like that. And databases, obviously, you should have a virtual database to store a large amount of reporting data. It could be, any analysis, it could be somewhat related to your application that stores the data or anything else. Okay. Now, again, SAS, PAS, and IaaS, what do you call it? I don't know. So, would anyone like to elaborate, like unmute and elaborate any one of these so far? या फिर कोई लोगोस के ही नाम बता दो. Anyone? We covered it in the last session. Would anyone?
SaaS is
Yeah.
like a software as a service जैसे photopea.com, वो एक फोटोशॉप काइंड ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर है जो ऑनलाइन है एंड लोग उसको मतलब ब्राउजर के थ्रू एक्सेस करते हैं एंड प्लेटफॉर्म एज अ सर्विस आई डोंट नो मच अबाउट इट बट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के बारे में मैं कह सकता हूँ कि जैसे गूगल क्लाउड वगैरह हैं तो ये हमें वर्चुअल मशीन्स और कंटेनर्स जैसी चीज़ें देते हैं जो कि एक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर होता है किसी भी ऐप को डिप्लॉय करने के लिए. सो द गूगल क्लाउड एंड एजर एंड ऑल दोज AWS इज काइंड ऑफ IaaS एंड लोगोस देख के मैं बता सकता हूँ. वैसे हेरोको आई नो मैंने यूज़ नहीं किया बट अगर हेरोको इज एज if Heroku is as a platform service then okay so a platform as a service is like it helps developers to deploy applications whereas Google Clouds and AWS are a much higher thing than that. They actually provide the infrastructure and PaaS doesn't have that. Like if you have to deploy a site, PaaS can easily help you with that, whereas in IaaS you will have to deploy virtual machines or containers and then configure the server and then deploy the site, whereas in PaaS you will just upload the site and it will just get hosted. So yeah, that's what I think about them.
Great, very great. Okay, sweet. So like Vipul told you the answer, it is absolutely correct, and आपको description भी दिख जाएगा. But see, you might get confused at a point कि you like देखो दो perceptions होते हैं, दो perspective होते हैं, as a user and as a developer. ठीक है। एंड कभी कभी ना कंफ्यूजन यहीं से आती है कि आप कैसे परसीव करो चीज़ों को, एज अ यूजर करो या फिर एज अ डेवलपर करो। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर परसीव इट एज अ यूजर। जिस जिस जगह पर जहाँ पे बस आपको आपको एक प्लेटफॉर्म एक्सेस करना है जस्ट टू यूज द सर्विसेज, नथिंग मोर। आपको इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा कि उस जगह का कितना कॉस्ट, उसका कितना बिलिंग आ रहा है, या फिर उसमें क्या क्या कोर फंक्शनैलिटीज करनी है, क्या क्या सेटिंग्स करनी है। सो दैट कम्स इन द SaaS, like it's a complete software. Use it for its own services. You do not have to care about the product. Like uh, Gmail is a product, right? And like Office 365, it is a product. Company क्या है? Company is the owner of that. You are the user, you are the client. So you just have to care about कि ठीक है आपका काम नहीं कर रहे. You don't have to care about कि अरे Gmail आज down हो गया, ये bug आ गया, glitches आ गए. Not like that. ठीक है. Platform as a service, it is for developers, because अगर आपने कुछ product बनाया है, ठीक है, if you have created a product like simple website and you want to deploy it, तो यहाँ पे आपके पास रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या होती है? आपकी अगर वेबसाइट है, एप्लीकेशंस है, आपको उसका डिप्लॉयमेंट लाइक इट शुड बी अवेलेबल एवरीवेयर, इट शुड हैव द प्रॉपर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन सो दैट इट इज एक्सेसिबल। सो यू हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ द डिप्लॉयमेंट, जहाँ पे आपने डिप्लॉय किया है उस प्लेटफॉर्म का भी ध्यान रखना पड़ता है, एंड एज वेल एज योर ओन कोड बेस, दैट कम्स अंडर प्लेटफॉर्म एज अ सर्विस। एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, it comes with everything, like you have to even care about the machine configurations right here when we talk about cloud, because जब आप cloud पे होते हो, though you don't have a on-premises a dedicated machine right there, but you do really have virtual machines or virtual computers. So you have to care about the machine configuration, your own platform configuration, कि आपका SaaS product है, कुछ भी है, ठीक है, उसका code base क्या है, how it is being executed and everything. So देखो इसको समझने के लिए ना क्या होता है, when you have to understand the cloud services different models. So देखो दो तरह का होते हैं, इसमें दो चीजें होती है basically, revenue based model and shared responsibility model, to understand it. देखो revenue तो अभी मैं दूर रखूंगी, because जो भी SaaS डेवलपमेंट या फिर ये सब कंपनीज होती हैं, सबका वो उसे खुद फॉर्म करता है, इट इज मोर ऑन द रिसर्च बेस्ड, बट एज अ डेवलपर you can try to understand the shared responsibility model this way. Let me share it here in the chat section. Just read this way. Let me share it again. So I hope it is visible. देखो डिफरेंस क्या क्या होता है, तो कस्टमर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, कस्टमर इसमें आप हो, कस्टमर यू आर द कस्टमर, एंड CSP दैट इज द क्लाउड सर्विस प्रोवाइडर, टेक इट एज गूगल दिस टाइम। सो अगर मशीन आपकी है, ऑन प्रीमाइसेस है, आपका सिस्टम आपके पास है, तो देखो यूजर डेटा, एप्लीकेशन, OS, वर्चुअलाइजेशन, नेटवर्क इंफ्रा और फिजिकल जो भी उसका पेरिफेरल्स है, आपको देखने पड़ते हैं। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एज अ सर्विस में लाइक SaaS से स्टार्ट करते हैं। SaaS में क्या होता है, आप कस्टमर हो, आपको बस अपना डेटा देखना है और आपको अपनी एक्सेस देखना है। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर यूजिंग गूगल मीट राइट हियर, राइट? आई डोंट हैव टू केयर अबाउट कि कितना मतलब एप्लीकेशन के मतलब कितना लोड पड़ रहा है, या फिर कौन सा OS है, कहाँ पे डिप्लॉयड है, नहीं। आई जस्ट हैव टू यूज इट, I have just enabled my audio and video. I have to do the conferencing and I have to leave. I don't have to care about this product because I am only the user. Platform as a service in PaaS, like you have, for user access for the data as well as the application. And for the infrastructure as a service, you have to also care about the OS right there. Like I've told you, VM or you can say virtual machines are one of the best examples. Like आप लोग create करोगे virtual machines, उसको then use करके आप कुछ load balancers बनाओगे, and then when you will deploy your websites or app engine use करके app engine is actually uh, platform as a service, compute engine, infrastructure as a service. So this is the difference, okay, when it comes to under cloud and versus on premises. Just give me a minute, I have to charge my laptop, otherwise it will go away. Meanwhile, if Rachit wants to take over, you can take over and you can have interaction with people.
Hello. The G Suite and
For SaaS products, I will say WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. all the social media apps in that, and just like you can say games, video games in phones and PCs, and the Windows, not the Windows actually, but the Windows related products that Microsoft launches, those are comes onto SaaS.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rashid. So, yeah, like Rashid has defined it better. So, I feel like this responsibility model is very great. So, people, अगर कभी भी question आएगी, what is the difference between infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service? So, just answer with respect to the cloud. This responsibility model, the shared responsibility model. All right. So, I'm just sharing the link right here. Like, if you would like to save it for your further study, you are most welcome. So we will just extend the session like 15 minutes more. Then we will take your queries, and then we will have a group picture if anyone would like to pose for it. So yeah, again, cloud deployment models ये हमने कर रखे हैं already, and I gave you very nice examples in the last class as well. Again, okay, so yeah, so this data might be outdated. It could be like some 2 years or like 1 year old. So feel free to do some research over cloud, hybrid, and on-premises deployment model. Okay. Now, Google Cloud Console, as everyone answered, like अगर आप Google Cloud platform use करते हो, which is actually a CSP, Cloud Service Provider. So उसका जो UI होता है, basically someone answered GUI and CLI. It was a very relatable thing, like graphical user interface. You are having a beautiful window right here. You have a navigation bar. You have buttons. You have icons. So basically, uh, Google Cloud Console is, it's a beautiful portal by which you can access the Google Cloud platform. Well, right, it has all the options right there. So, subsmith like I prefer console over, the shell, because shell में कभी if the codes don't work, they like literally take a lot of patience right there. But ठीक है. Then we have Cloud Shell. So. For this Cloud Shell, it is, again, it is command line access tool, and you also have an online editor right there. Like, for example, what's our favorite IDE right here? VS Code? Yes or no? We all use VS Code and we all love VS Code. Whether you're in, front development, web development, whether you work with Python, Java, even Java, like or C++, we preferably use VS Code most of the times. So, in the similar way, like for example, best example यही है कि we might take a project in future in the last week of October. So I might get an opportunity to share with you कि ठीक है, how application is deployed on this particular cloud platform. So उसके लिए क्या होता है कि जैसे सपोज करो HTML CSS JavaScript की फाइल्स हैं, ठीक है, आपको उन्हें एडिट करना है, आपने अपलोड तो कर दी, ठीक है, यूजिंग क्लाउड बकेट और समवेयर एनी स्टोरेज प्लेटफॉर्म ऑन दिस, एंड आपको उन्हें एडिट करना है. सो हियर यू हैव दिस दिस एडिटर राइट हियर. You have terminal as you also have editor. So you can see यहाँ पे छोटा सा एक दे रखा है on the right side, a VS Code like interface, and then you get to edit your things. So basically, it's for it's for the developers. कि ठीक है, you have deployed your application, you can make changes right there. Shell से आप commands execute कर सकते हो, and with the help of editor, you can actually make some changes in your code base or something else. Then you have Cloud SDK. So see, Cloud SDK is you could say कि सबसे बहुत अच्छा feature. Like you should keep this in mind. So basically, like we talk about SDK, so it's a collection of software development tools, like as the name suggests. So it is basically like suppose I work with Android. So Android के लिए we have the Android SDK. और SDK में क्या होता है? Android SDK में आपकी वो सारे modules and वो सारे packages होते हैं which are required to build an Android application. ताकि ऐसा ना हो कि लैपटॉप पे काम कर रहा है, फोन पे आते ही आप फट गया, नहीं ऐसा नहीं. ठीक है, तो जितने भी डेवलपमेंट के लिए जितने भी मॉड्यूल्स एंड पैकेजेस चाहिए होते हैं, दे आर प्रोवाइडेड टू अ डेवलपर. ठीक है, एंड इट इज आल्सो yeah. So For Google Cloud, you have various SDKs and various programming language. Like you have Python, Java, Node. You also have Ruby, Go, .NET, and PHP. And इसको अगर test करना हो तो you can do one thing. Like if you do any of the labs right there, देखो ज़्यादा कुछ भयंकर मत करना. बस open the terminal, CLI ओपन करो, वही वाला शेल ओपन करो, उसमें पाइथन का कोड लिख दो, लाइक प्रिंट हेलो वर्ल्ड, या जावा में कर दो, या फिर use any PHP. So that code will execute. So सबसे best, like I also discovered it recently कि अगर हम Google Cloud के shell पे कोई भी language में, like in-cabin languages में से अगर कोई भी code type करें, that shows the output. So basically we can feel like that, okay, Google Cloud has a lot of capabilities that we actually know. Now we have Google Cloud projects. So the thing is कि yeah, so ये चीज़ आपने देखी होगी अगर किसी ने फर्स्ट कोर्स को पूरा किया था, तो बेसिकली जब भी आपके कोई भी चीज़ें करनी होती है, लाइक इफ यू हैव टू कंप्लीट द लैब्स, लाइक यू आर क्रिएटिंग द वर्चुअल मशीन्स, ऐप इंजन्स, VPCs, छेड़ाखानी कर रहे हो किसी के साथ भी, वर्टेक्स AI की लैब्स कर रहे हो जहाँ पे आपको नोटबुक्स रन करने, जुपिटर नोटबुक्स, व्हाट एक्चुअली हैपेंस इज दैट एवरीथिंग कम्स अंडर प्रोजेक्ट. सो प्रोजेक्ट सबसे ऊपर की ब्रांच है हायरार्की में जहाँ पे आपकी सारी फाइल्स अवेलेबल होती हैं. ठीक है, projects को लेके देखो, you can see everything is written here. You have some settings, you have some permissions and other metadata for the project. So one thing is that your project ID is unique. Project name could be similar. Okay, like for example, if I'm here and you are the second user in the other part of the world, we are working on the same project called, a funny project. Suppose the name is very funny. So the project ID will be different for both of us, but the project name can be same. So this is one of the question which was in the quiz, so I'm mentioning it right here. ठीक है, बाकी चीजें they are given. Now moving forward, so service compute. Now, should we cover it up or should we wrap up? Do you have any queries or should we study all night? Okay, people, 2 minutes break. Does anyone has any queries regarding the completion of the program or something else, or should we go further? Meanwhile, others can read it and try to answer me whatever they have, worked with so far. Yes, any responses? आगे पढ़ना है या फिर लैब्स करनी है या फिर कोई डाउट्स हैं किसी के? No such queries? I knew it that you people are going to make it an online classroom right now. At least say yes or no. No? Okay. This was no for queries. Achha, okay, no queries. Yeah, we should wrap up. Wrap up, not wrap up. Okay, no issues. Yeah, what about others? Good morning, people. I need 30 more people to wake up right now and tell me that, okay, this is the end. Come on, people. Good morning. You have to wake up and say, okay, clear. Thank you so much. Another hour of theory. No, Hriday, thank you so much because I'm very exhausted. I have to work on an Android application right now. So I will die if I teach one more hour. I have to complete that project. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Shalvi. We will wrap it up. All right, people. So a quick summary what we studied today, because summary is important. Summary सुन के जाना, अभी मत छोड़ के जाओ. ठीक है. So let me just stop sharing the screen now. The summary session began at 8:30. First of all, we just we came across what is a program syllabus and how you have to actually start the cloud computing foundations pathway. And pathway में कैसे enroll करना है, कैसे labs करनी है, what are the do's and don't, ताकि आपका अकाउंट ब्लॉक ना हो एंड देन मुझे ऐसा ना हो कि आपके गुडीज रह जाए, आगे आपकी आई ही ना, तो उस चीज के लिए आई टोल्ड यू एवरीथिंग. ठीक है. आफ्टर दैट we had a query for arcade that what is the deadline for Gen AI, like I've told you. जिसने Gen AI के कोर्स रिडीम नहीं करे हैं अभी कर लो, 2000 स्पॉट्स खाली हैं. जस्ट डू इट टुडे. लैब्स करते रहना आराम से. ठीक है. एंड थर्ड मोस्ट लाइक इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग कि डोंट वेट फॉर द लास्ट वीक. बहुत सारे ग्लिचेस आते हैं. ट्रस्ट मी, व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग द प्रोग्राम माय सेल्फ, मेरे खुद के माइलस्टोन्स काफी शूट गए थे बिकॉज आई डिड इट इन द लास्ट वीक. और लास्ट वीक में देयर आर मेनी ग्लिचेस. Even the chat support can't help us many a time. So please don't wait for the last week. Utilize your holidays, utilize your Sundays. सारी sheets में answers given है, utilize it. Theory के लिए we are having sessions. Theory के लिए we have also created a group for the discussions, people. So feel free to discuss. Project बनाने हैं, discuss करो. Comparison करना है cloud service providers का करो वहाँ पर. But make it informative. Third most important thing, like in the last part of the session, we actually had the this little bit of theory जहाँ पे we covered up like what is the structure of a cloud service provider, what is Google Cloud Platform, and what are the benefits of it. Okay, the history, some of the important cloud services, most importantly, SaaS platform and infrastructure as services, and then you have deployment models. Along with it, SDK, console, and your cloud shell. Okay. Then we have one more. We have one more. Like apart from it, like there are four ways of accessing Google Cloud. अगर हम बात करें कि console क्या होता है, shell क्या होता है, या फिर SDK क्या होता है, they are the methods to access the Google Cloud. ठीक है. We have one more. कोई बता सकता है क्या?
मोबाइल ऐप,
Would it be? Yeah, pardon. Please repeat.
द मोबाइल ऐप एंड द
Good.
एपीआई.
Very good. Very good. People just, DM Rachit with your email ID. We would have a surprise for you. We would give you your reward at the end of the very good answer. Okay. So we basically have a support for the mobiles as well. I didn't knew कि कोई answer करेगा, but very good. I'm impressed. You will get a reward in the end of the program, Cloud Study Gems. But just DM your details to Rachit since you are from Bennett University. All right. So we also like there's a support for mobile also, and उसके बारे में हम करेंगे next class में discussion. All right, I hope you are excited. So there are four ways: console, shell, SDKs, and your mobile. Okay, cloud is for mobile as well now. So this was it for today. Thank you so much, people, for joining in, and ठीक है, अच्छा लगा session में पढ़ा के. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any queries related to clouds, project, labs, or anything else, feel free to drop in the group itself. Please avoid DMing personally because spam बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाता है. And trust me, I don't like if I give the late reply. So please DM in the group itself. Mention me or the someone from the tech team to help you out. And thank you so much, people. If you have any feedback for today's session, feel free to drop it here. Otherwise, you can drop the meeting. And if anyone wants to have a group picture, please you can turn on your videos so that we can have a quick screenshot. Just to post on the social media, nothing more. QR code for the ticket. See, basically, वो ना बस it's just a formality. It is nothing more. It's just कि जब भी कोई event generate होता है on the community platform for the GDSC chapter, so ticket ना check in के लिए होती है basically. कि अगर offline event है तो QR code scan करके will get the check in. Nothing more. Online event के लिए you don't have to care about it. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, people. See you in the next session. Yes, we have Keshav here. Keshav is also one of the top performers. Congratulations, Keshav. May you explore more pathways and get more, rewards in future cloud campaigns. Yes. Yeah. All of you can leave the meeting now. Thank you so much.